the Screenplay, where we discuss elements of pop culture for the community. I'm your host, Noah Bailey. This will be our season finale episode for our second season, so we're going to try to make it special. Joining me in the studio today will be our music editor, Sam Case, and we will also have a video submission from Ernesto Perez. First, we'll be talking with our music editor, Sam Case, who reviewed Surfer Blood. How's it going, Sam?
Great.
That is good. Glad to hear that. I have to say, I'm very proud of myself because this is the first time that you are reviewing a group that I actually know.
I know.
I'm a fan of Surfer Blood.
It's a special moment.
It is. So, for those of us at home that don't know, what Surfer Blood is, why don't you tell us a little bit about them?
Well, it's 5 guys. I believe they're from Florida. I think it's West Palm Beach. And they're like alternative rock. I would kind of describe them as like a beachy sound.
Yeah.
Like a surfer, like California type, which maybe is why they're called Surfer Blood.
Ooh, yes.
It sounds like it'd be like rock music by the title, but it's kind of like mellow, rockish.
It is.
I don't know. It's hard to describe.
Yeah, it's almost like indie, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the very, like, indie, beachy feel. Like, I don't know how else to...
It's very, like, California cowabunga.
Cowabunga, exactly.
Cowabunga dude.
Cowabunga dude, exactly. So, how many albums do they have?
They have a full length called Astro Coast, which is my favorite one, and then they released an EP after called Pythons, but I don't know if they've had an album since then.
Okay.
I don't think they have.
And are
they need to get on it.
They really should. Only an album and a half. How long have they been around?
I think since before like 2010.
No way.
Maybe like at least 5 years. So
I didn't know that.
Not like super long, but long enough.
Yeah, like long enough where you should come out with another album. That's crazy. So, do you have any favorite songs that the audience can use?
I like both from Astro Coast. I really like Harmonics. That's my favorite one. And then another one I really like, I believe, is called Slow Jambroni.
Very cool. Very cool. And is that from a mix of their...
It's from Astro Coast.
Just
both
from
of
Astro
them.
Coast? Okay. Very cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sam. Next up will be the submission from Ernesto Perez. Ernesto submitted a review of the game Besieged. Let's see what he has to say.
Besiege is a physics-based building puzzler by Spiderling Games. It is currently available on Steam's Early Access for $6.99. In the game Besiege, you can construct medieval siege engines, and depending on the levels, you destroy fortresses or wipe out soldiers. This game can be frustrating in learning the controls and in creating your siege engine, but it is a learning experience. And I continue to play and return with new ideas that I think would beat a level. There are only 15 levels at the moment, but that doesn't seem to stop some people because they continue to create these amazing siege engines. Spiderling Games intends to fully complete Besiege in 1 to 2 years. They intend to increase the price of the game when they have more content to offer. So consider buying now for the investment that is a great game that makes you think.
If you would like to read the full review of Surfer Blood, as well as others, you can find them at ausmartnews.com. Now, we have a screenplay feature piece of the upcoming theater production, Dancing at Lughnasa. Let's take a look.
If you're looking for something to do this spring, you may want to consider the Aurora University production of Dancing at Lughnasa. The screenplay team decided to take a closer look at the production and spread the word to the community.
So the play, Dancing at Lughnasa, is about an Irish family. A young boy named Michael is reflecting on his life and looking back on when he was a 7-year-old boy and a summer that his family was finally together. One of the best memories he's had and one of the final memories where his family was a complete unit. And it's just reflexive and a little bit sad, and it's a really good, interesting play, so I advise everyone to come out and see it.
Dancing at Lughnasa originally premiered in 1990 after being written by dramatist Brian Friel. It was first played at the Abbey Theatre in Dublin, Ireland. It soon came to Broadway, where it won a Tony Award for Best Play. It has been revived several times in the years since, being shown in Dublin, London, Rome, and touring across the UK and off-Broadway. Dancing at Lughnasa was also adapted into a 1998 film starring Meryl Streep. Now the play will be envisioned by the Aurora University Theater Department. Dancing at Lughnasa will open at Aurora University on Friday, April 17th and Saturday, April 18th at 7:30 p.m. in Perry Theater. The play will also run April 22nd through 25th at the same time and location.
The performance is free and open to anyone in the community. However, registration is required to have adequate seating. Registration details can be found on the Aurora University website. We hope to see you there.
It's time to move on to screen time. In this segment, pop culture topics will be chosen from our pool of submissions, and we'll have a short amount of time to talk about them. When the time is up, the topic gets thrown out, and we move on to the next chosen submission. For this segment, we'll be joined by our producer, Haley Cummings. How's it going, Haley?
Pretty good.
Good, I'm glad to hear that. All right, we have 60 seconds to talk about Zayn leaving One Direction.
I don't care.
People were so sad.
People were so sad. I don't care either. But did you see there were all these vines of all these like
people crying,
prepubescent like girls just crying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like my brother was in high school and he was coming back from school that day and he had absolutely no idea why all these girls were crying.
Oh my God.
And then he like looked on the internet and he was like, oh.
It was everywhere.
So much sense. Yes, it was.
It's because he's going solo, isn't it? That's what I heard.
I think so, but what I'm confused is they're contractually obligated to be together until 2016.
Oh.
So
how did he get away with
How did he get away with that?
I don't know.
That's what I was wondering.
And you know for sure it's 2016 that they're
that's what I heard. Yeah, that's what So he must have really good lawyers or something like that. I mean, he can pay them obviously, but who knows?
That's interesting.
Shady.
It is very interesting and shady, but you know.
Yeah.
All right, well, time's up. Let's talk about the new James Bond film, Spectre. I'm so excited because Christoph Waltz is in it. He's my favorite actor.
Oh.
He's the villain, right?
He's the villain. Yes.
I don't know anything about this movie.
It will be very cool.
I haven't seen any of them.
You haven't seen any James Bonds?
No.
Haley, what did you think of Skyfall?
Skyfall, the first time I watched it, I wasn't really a big fan because I'm not really a big fan of Bond films in general. But the more I watch it, the more I'm like, oh, it's okay. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
I can see it.
I liked how it was different than the other Bond films because I feel like they're just getting so repetitive because there's literally like, 50 of them now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I hope that they change it up even more with this one.
Yeah, because I really did like the theme of like, oh, is Bond still young enough to be Bond? Is he still fit enough, you know?
Exactly.
That was an interesting theme they went with in the last one.
Yeah, it is, and hopefully that'll continue. And I was talking with our director about this, and I was like, I would love to see a villain cross over to another movie. Because everybody knows, the villain dies at the end, always.
Spoilers.
You know?
Wow. I guess I won't watch them now.
Okay. I can't even. Human Centipede 3.
Anyway, I haven't seen any of them.
Who put this in?
I have no desire to see any of the Human Centipede films. Like, just knowing what they're about, I don't even want to try it.
No.
The first one, my boyfriend at the time, he was watching it, and he's like, do you want to watch it? And I was like, no. And I could, hear from the other room. I just sat in the other room. It was like, no, forget this. And it sounded disgusting.
So there were, noises?
Yeah, it just sounded, it's like people yelling and stuff, because, they're all connected.
Yeah.
And if someone, it was peeing on people and stuff because their face is there. So that's most of the movie is just being nasty stuff like that.
That is disgusting.
Who wants to watch 2 hours of that?
And it's the third one.
I'm surprised they even made a second one for there to be a third one.
I didn't even know there was a second one.
Yeah, there was a second one. It was, no. Why?
How does this keep happening? How do they keep being centipedes of people like this?
It's disgusting. Yeah, and I just want to know
for the timer.
Who would agree to be in those movies? You know what I mean?
Not me.
I don't know. Ryan Reynolds and the Deadpool movie.
I like Ryan Reynolds.
I like Ryan Reynolds
Ryan
too.
Reynolds?
A lot of girls like Ryan Reynolds.
I guess so.
I know Deadpool's pretty popular.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it.
He's kind of really, I don't even know the word to describe him.
He's different than all of the other. He doesn't follow the rules. I don't know much about him, so I won't be able to do justice to talking about him. But did you hear that they're gonna make it like R. It's gonna be like the first like
Really?
superhero movie to be like R or whatever.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah.
I don't really know anything about Deadpool.
Okay.
So that's like the one superhero thing I hadn't really heard of. So I don't know how it's gonna be.
Yeah, no, that makes sense because
I have no idea.
there's not a lot that has been like leaked about the show or anything like that. But Fox wants to make it PG-13, of course, because that way, you know,
Increase
it
audience.
People can
increases
see it.
audiences. But Ryan Reynolds said, he was like, no, with like the language in the film and like the violence, he's like, this has to be R.
That's the only way you can really like give it justice. I guess.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. If you want to, if you want to give the comics justice. And Hugh Jackman and Jennifer Lawrence leaving X-Men.
We're on a Superman. We're on
We
a
are.
superhero.
Oh, I didn't even know
Superhero
that.
thing.
Yeah, like I know
I
for
didn't
sure
know.
that Jennifer Lawrence is leaving after
knew
this
Yeah,
that.
movie.
she's busy.
Well, recently, Hugh Jackman just turned down, within the last year, turned down like a 7-movie contract where he would have gotten like $100 million
Wow.
in his contract to make 7 X-Men movies. That
7
were
more?
about, yeah, 7 more.
Well, he has been in like a lot.
Yeah,
so I
he
can kind of
has.
see him if
Yeah,
he
he's
wanted
been
to leave.
Wolverine for like 15 years.
correct,
Yeah,
correct.
and then he's
But
been
he
in
turned
like
it down.
every X-Men movie since that.
Yeah,
He was in
'cause-
the last one a lot. I was
He
surprised.
He was almost like a main character. And I know
Yeah.
people were upset with that because they were like, he's gotten his own movies.
Yeah.
Now this is about other people. But I think Jennifer Lawrence just probably wants to do other stuff.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to
Plus,
be
she has so
typecasted.
many like high-profile movies now too.
That
so
makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Makes
just
sense.
another one of the
I think
list.
it'll be fine without them. I don't know. I like them. So the movies.
I've only seen the 2 most recent ones that have come out, and they're really good. I was surprised, but yeah. And we have the Walking Dead spin-off, Fear the Walking Dead. And if you've seen Gone Girl, she plays the detective in Gone Girl. That's the main character
Really?
of the Fear of the Walking Dead, yeah.
Okay.
I don't watch Walking Dead.
I don't know much
used
about the
to.
spinoff.
I'm like the only
Neither
person.
do I.
Yeah, like
Oh.
I'm surprised that they're making a spin-off, but I guess I can see
A
it.
spin-off of what? Like who? How's it going to be different?
Well, here's the thing. I was, again, talking to our director, and he was telling me, because he watches The Walking Dead way more than I do, and he was telling me that it's going to be more like the origin story of
Yeah.
how it happened, which I know a lot of people wanted that from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Everybody
they
is
never say
concerned
how it
with, like-
happens.
Yeah,
Exactly.
They
It
want to know
starts
how
like,
the zombies come.
Yeah.
The walkers, whatever.
Exactly, because I was going to say, they don't even call them zombies, so there's like nothing that they know about how it happened.
And it's
or how
set
it
in
started.
like LA. It's on like the completely opposite side of the country, so
Ooh.
it's not even like the same area of Georgia. Well, we're out of Georgia now. Spoilers. Finally, 5 seasons. we're out of
What?
Georgia.
No, I'm saying 5 seasons of this. Hey, I don't know. I stopped watching at the finale of season 2.
Yeah.
That was my last one. Burger King wedding. Did you guys hear about this?
Yes. I saw like a thumbnail on I think it was BuzzFeed, but I never actually read it.
I did as well.
It's because their names are like Burger
Burger
and King, right?
and King,
Yeah.
and it's like Burger King paid for their wedding.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool though. I mean, lucky for them, they got a wedding paid for. But did
do
Burger
they
King have
know
to
each
like?
other?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
I
an
thought
actual
they're-
couple.
Yeah,
No
that's what I
way.
think.
Yeah, they're an
It's
actual
just two
couple.
random people used to get married.
Well, that's what I was.
Did Burger
thinking.
King like have to cater it too? Because that kind of suck.
That would have. Oh, Burger King.
Yeah, but yeah, they're an actual couple, and they were actually going to get married, and then Burger King heard about it, and they
Well, that's
offered to
kind
pay
of cool
the
for
whole-
them then.
That is cool.
They got a free wedding.
Yeah.
Just for
That's
their
a lot of
names.
money. Yeah, that they got free. Well, interesting.
Yeah. I'm
don't
sure
know what
they've
else you
heard
could
plenty
do.
of jokes
Yeah.
throughout their relationship.
Throughout their relationship, and now even more, and now
Yeah.
with mainstream status. So yeah, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Good luck to them.
Yeah.
I hope it's a happy
Burger
marriage.
King.
Yeah. All right, one more. Furious 7. Do you guys do this? Do you guys know about this?
I haven't
I
seen
didn't
it
see
yet.
it.
Are you going to?
I haven't seen
I'm
any
going
of it.
to.
Okay, you
haven't
haven't
seen
seen any of
any
them?
of them?
No,
Neither have I.
I don't think it's my type of stuff because I like action, but I don't know. It seems like
Yeah.
too. It seems like repetitive.
I feel like it's
I
just
don't
people
know.
driving in
But I
cars
hear
the
it's
entire
good,
time.
so maybe I'll try.
It has like
I did hear it
completely
was really
changed
good.
throughout the
Oh, it
series.
has?
Yeah, like
Okay.
it started off in like the first couple of them, and it was really about like street racing and stuff like that. And then as it went on, now it's more like these jobs that just require more dangerous racing. And saying goodbye to Paul Walker.
Oh,
Yeah.
very sad.
That is sad.
I have to wrap up now. I'm just getting a message from our producer. You're right there. You're the producer. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Sam and Haley, for being on the show today. And also thank you so much to Ernesto for his submission. And I'd like to give a massive shout out to the crew. A big thank you to them. They've made the show great. They've made the show possible. And they make all the things happen. And thank you to our producer, Thank you to our director, and thank you for everyone else who made the show a reality. If you want to send your love for the show, make sure that you mention AU Spartan Media on Twitter, or use the hashtag AU Screenplay. I'm your host, Noah Bailey. We'll be back again next season with more pop culture reviews. See you later.
Goodbye.